Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Nomad Squatter channel. Today, we take a look at the PGYTECH Roller backpack. My name is PJ Leblanc. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here and you want to be a nomad or you're already a nomad and you want to have more tips and you have questions about how to get into nomad's living, what are the best backpack, suitcase, carry-on, shirt, pants, whatever it is, anything related to being a nomad, this is a place. So please subscribe and ask your question down in the comments below. So today we take a look at the PGYTECH Roller, which can also be a backpack. So first thing first, looking at the overall look of this bag, I really like the design they've made. Actually, most of the product PGYTECH are doing, they're really high quality and the design is always on point. Now, from what I can see in the exterior, first, at my first glimpse, first time I see this, is there's many different compartment like in the front here, and you can go, I mean, pretty deep enough for a front pocket for quick access of your stuff at the airport, or maybe when you are in the airplane you want to have access to something quickly. And then you have another front compartment just right here. But that's the expansion, the first expansion of the backpack right here. You have 10 more liter in there. And honestly, there's some good and there's some bad, at least for me, to have it expanded outside from the interior, because this can be really limiting for me at least. So if I open this, now this zipper for the expansion part is a bit tricky to open, a bit difficult to open, but it really goes pretty deep all the way to the bottom. So you can really fit a lot more in there, either if it's for a jacket, sweatshirt, something you want to have access quickly, or something that you think you will wear often, but sometime in warmer countries, you don't want to have it on yourself. This is a good place for that. And in there, you have another compartment where you can put maybe books or something that is going to be separated from the overall expansion. So yeah, the zipper from this one are feeling a bit difficult to open. Now, I just noticed this. I didn't know. You have another pocket right here for little stuff you can put it. It's not a big pocket, but I think it's going to be interesting for smaller items you want to put in there. And if I close the expansion, you have to first close the zipper. And that's the thing. If you want to have access to this, you have to open the expansion. Although you could just open this right here and go into the expansion like that. It's a possibility as well, but you will have two zippers to zip and unzip whenever you want to have access to this. Yeah. So yeah, the zipper feels a bit difficult to close. I don't know why this one in particular. And then on the sides, you have, this is one of, I haven't seen this many times on suitcase, carry-on, luggage. You have a place to put something on the side, on both sides actually. You could put a water bottle, you could put a umbrella, anything that fits in there. And they are providing these straps. Now, this is something I see with different backpack companies. They don't always provide these included with your purchase. You have to separately purchase this. And it's a bit annoying, you know, especially for the price we can often pay for these things. But yeah, it's pretty nice to have. You can put a tripod, is probably why they made this in the first place. But you can put anything and you can just tie it there so that it's not going to fall off whenever you pick it up from upside bin or any places you might put your bag. and you have one on the other side. Now on the other side though, you have this, which is also included with this package. It's a gear pouch that you can easily detach from the bag. And in there, we have a first compartment in the front where you can put a lot of stuff. There's no organization in there. And I think it's nice to have a place where you have no organization, because some stuff are, not needing it. And you have a main compartment right here and there. You have some organization in there. Obviously, this is mainly made for videographer and photographer. You can put your batteries in there, but still you can use this for anything. Actually, most people nowadays have earbuds. You can have like battery for other stuff and wires, and you have another compartment inside where you have a full zipper, but it's split in two, so it's kind of two different compartments with only one zipper. So it's pretty nice. And you have also other compartments right here behind. Now, of course, it's not a gear pouch that is really thick. You won't be able to fit something like, I don't know, a timer in there. You could probably fit it, but it would be tight with everything inside. You can also put a pen right here, which is nice. I think maybe a small tablet could fit in there, iPad mini, although don't take my word for it, I'm not so sure about it. And then you can take it and put it back on this if you want. Side note, these things are also available on their website. You can purchase this to have more of these things, so you can fit this and clip it to any other bag you might have. And then it goes right in there again. And on this side, you also have this strap to tight anything on there, which is really nice. Then you have the upper handle right here that is, it feels to me solid and yeah, comfortable enough. You won't be really using your luggage, your carry-on like this often, but it's really a good handle. It feels well to put above in the upper bin. Although there's no other, is there? I don't have another handle here at the bottom of this carry-on, which is something I would have liked to have. Sometimes you want to just, maybe it's on the ground and you want to move it, like you have to take it above there, so you have to pull it by something. And so I don't really see any. Well, you have another one right here, which is great when you're wanting to grab it from the side. And that's also a backpack, which can be nice, and it really depends on your needs, what you're looking for. Personally, I don't think I would use that function, and I think you kind of lose a lot of space in the backpack when you do this, but it's probably targeting a different audience. So right here, you have the straps, and honestly, this is another thumbs up for PGYTECH products. They are really comfortable and high quality. And you have a backpack just like that. And you can adjust the strap. Now bear in mind that this is not a backpack like in itself. Yes, it is a backpack, but it's not going to be as comfortable as a backpack made for adventure and travel. Although it's kind of comfortable anyway. You have a bit of padding in here for the upper back, and I think it would be a bit breathable. But again, you're not going to go on a hike with this, although you could do whatever you want, but I wouldn't go on a hike with that carry-on backpack. And whenever you're done with this, you just put these back, you pull this up, and boom, it's transformed. Now the handle part, I like when they do this. There's a zipper to hide it. And this is something, I think it's the first time I see this. PGYTECH, they made something different from other carry-on company, they have a wider handle right here, which is really great. And again, quality of this is really sturdy. It feels strong. I don't think it will be easily break. And again, you can hide it just like that. Here you have two little I don't know, holding places and in the front as well, which means you can attach stuff. And just taking a look, no, that's pretty much the only place you have on the bag. Now, what you can do with that is you can put anything on top, a sleeping, a yoga mat. You could probably put another tripod, and then with a strap which comes with the bag, you will be able to fix it there, and that's just another place you can put some stuff in. Another feature I've never seen from any other company is removable wheels. Now, yes, other companies you can remove the wheels, but that quickly, that's the first time I see this. So basically, this is the wheels. It feels different from what I've seen as well. It feels sturdy. I would be curious to see how long it would last and how well it would roll on different kind of terrain. So basically for the wheels, it's really simple. You align these in the holes and you pull this, push, and that's pretty much it. So same thing with the other four. There you go. And then you have a four-wheel luggage. It feels really good. The rolling is natural, smooth. You can do 360 easily with that. So I really love this. Now, I'm wondering if, even if it's that a bit innovative to me, and I've never seen that, would you go at the airport and remove the wheels whenever you want to try this in the luggage tester to know if it's going to fit above? And if you have to remove the wheels every time you're going to put that in the upper bin, would you enjoy removing the wheels every time and you still have to pack them somewhere? Now, I think it could fit in your pocket. It could fit in your personal backpack, personal item. But for me, I think over time I'd be annoyed by this, even if it's quite quick. Let's make a test how fast I can remove these, put that in there, and put this in my pocket, starting now. And now, does that fit in my pocket? It does, but honestly, I wouldn't be comfortable sitting on the airplane with that in my pocket. The price for this bag is $329 US, which is, I think, a pretty decent price for something that offers a lot of different features and the quality of this. There's a limited lifetime warranty with this bag, which is great. Of course, casual and normal use of this will not be covered, but having a lifetime warranty on a suitcase like this one is great to have, especially at this price. Okay, this is the moment I love the most. Opening the bag and see how it is made inside, and then how much stuff I can pack into this. What keeps surprising me is the claim companies are doing about their bags. Some people will say, oh, this is a 30 liter. Yet for some reason, I can fit more stuff in this one than I can fit in other carry-on such as 35 and sometimes 40 liters. And if you're curious about this as well, I am going to make a video comparing 20 different carry-on in which you can see this. This is amazing. I don't know how they calculate their stuff, but yeah, let's dive into, oh, I haven't talked about the zippers. Before I dive into this, I want to talk about the zippers. These are YKK zippers, and these are lockable. You have one place, only one place you can lock these zippers, and it is with the main compartment. Obviously, you will need your own lock pad for this, but you can lock it right here with these zippers. So the main zipper for the main compartment feels good, and I think it is waterproof, yes. And then it opens this way compared to other carry-on where it will open on the side. Um, it really depends how you like your stuff. Here, first thing I can see is there's a massive compartment for a laptop that can hold up to a 16 inches. And in there, you have two different compartments, which is in the same, but there's a separator. So you could bring a laptop, you can bring an iPad, you could bring as well a small keyboard like this. If you are a nomad, then you like to work with this. This is fitting perfectly in the second compartment in there. And you have these little strap here that you could fix with this bag. And I'm not sure how great of a future it is, but if you would fix both, it means that when you are in the airport and you want to grab something in there, it's not going to open fully, and if everything is not going to fall out. Now, I'm not sure how well it is. I've seen videos of people trying this, and things can still fall off a bit, and it really depends what you bring. Of course, if you bring your camera stuff in there, you don't want this to happen. But for me, I wouldn't be using this necessarily. Now, usually in there, when you open this, it is already set up with all the dividers it comes with. For me, I wouldn't use these in the case I would travel as a nomad, because all my gear would be in a different backpack. And so I want to have all of this area free of anything so that I can put all my clothing, all the stuff I want to bring that is not necessarily camera gear. One thing to mention though is this bag is coming with a rain cover, which is another mention. 2 more points for PGYTECH. I mean, companies, they sell this apart from the main product, and honestly, I don't think that costs much to do. So it's a nice to have, not having to pay an extra $20-$30 to have this. PGYTECH, they provide a lot of different things with the bag, so this is awesome. So nothing fancy here. What I like about this is you don't see the bottom of this. You don't see the handle from the inside, so you have a full access to the inside, and you have a flat surface, so it's easier to really pack everything in there. The main compartment is 30-liter, but like I said, I can fit much more in this one than other carry-on. Now, it really depends on what you bring in there. Of course, it really depends what you bring in your carry-on. For me, my laptop usually is not going to be in there. Having a bit more capacities in the sense that I can push this more when I'm zipping it, because there's nothing against it to prevent it from doing so. And the interior feels like, it's a matter, the interior is a different material, because normally you would have the ability to put some Velcro anywhere in there and build this the way you want. But I think it's still great if you want to use this. Now, why would you buy this kind of suitcase in the first place when you can have a lot of different things? Well, if you sometimes have freelancing work and you want to bring some gear, maybe you want to have half of this bag with your gear and the other half with your clothing, you could do that. Or you could have the old bag for any freelance work filled with your gear. And so if you don't want to spend for 2 different carry-on, different luggages, and you want to have multiple uses for this, it would be a really great option. Now, I wouldn't buy this one if you want to bring as much as you can on a trip in a carry-on that you will have with you in the plane. All right, the moment you've been waiting for. How much stuff can you fit in there despite what they claim on the website? Now, you will see I have different items that you might not bring on your trip. It's just to show the versatility and the different things you can bring on a trip. and you will see a few things I do bring. There's a lot of stuff in there I don't bring. It's just to see how much fully packed you can get in there and have a good idea with what you actually bring in on your trip, what is possible. So one of the things is this softbox. I'm doing a lot of content, so having this for me is one of the most important part of my trip. So I need to be able to fit this in there because I have no luggage checked in under the plane, right? So it needs to fit in there, and that's one thing. Now, before that, especially when I have one place to put my stuff, like, this is not opening in half and having a compartment there and there. It's only this place except for the laptop here. So I'm gonna put this right there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pack this optimally up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to optimize this in the first try I do, but we'll see. So far, just for reference, in these two things, there's a lot of clothing, more than I would bring normally on a trip. There's 6 t-shirt, there's 2 pair of shirt, 1 pants. You have also 6 pair of socks. You have 6 boxers, and I think it's about it, which is a lot for an experienced nomad, I would say. You don't need that much when you know what to buy and you find out that you will be washing most of your stuff anyways, like when you are here in your home. So anyways, this is back in, this is the nomadic tech for the bathroom stuff. I have kind of something in there, but I really like the size, and so far in the PGYTECH it fits really well. Now, can I fit other thing in there? This is where I would bring this mini dome in here. One thing important for me is it's not going to be too tight for this because I don't want to break it, of course. So I'm gonna try to find the best angle to put that in there, but also there's some thickness here, so I need to find the best way to put this. So that would be this way. Then I want to fit shoes in there as well because I want to have hiking shoes. These are my hybrid shoes, but I want to be able to bring these as well. So if I put this way, now I have these. I don't know if I'm going to bring this, but this is base layer just in case it's getting cold somewhere. So I can probably fit this right there. And I have a base layer that this one is not optimal, but just for reference, how many things I can bring in there. And I put that there. Now, I have 1 crew neck sweatshirt and 2 different shirt. I wear shirts, so let's see if I can pack this in there. Now you can see it's really packed. Is it going to close? There's no laptop now, and I would still like to bring other stuff, but I start to feel it's getting full. This is not expanded yet, remember. So does it close? With the shoes inside, it's really, really tight. I don't think that would close. So if I remove a few things, for example, I could say I remove that because that would fit in the expanded part, but expanded doesn't mean it will fit and they will accept it in the airplane. So if I try this now, yeah, I think the problem is the shoes. That should be somewhere else than there. So with the shoes, not the best. So I can now try again to put my other stuff in there. No doubt this is going to close now. Yeah, I'm easily able to fit this in there. Now, depending on the kind of shoes, you could have Converse, which is also something I wear, could put that inside. But it fits well in there. Now, I would like to bring more stuff, and I believe that this bag is already big, and it's a 30 liter. If I expand it, I could easily fit the other stuff in there. But now, I don't think it would be accepted very often in airplanes, depending on the company. Okay, but PJ, what if I don't bring a softbox in my luggage and I don't need this? How many different things I can fit in? You're right. Not everybody is going to bring a softbox. So if I take this out, how many different things I can fit in there? Already I have a lot of stuff. Even with a softbox, I could go on a trip with this and I wouldn't lack anything. But if I take this out, of course, I'm gonna gain a lot of space now in there. So I could probably fit the shoes right here behind. And then I could fit that here. I could potentially put these back. And pretty sure that now in the front part, at least, I could fit something else. Now, I don't know what you would like to bring, but just for reference, I can try and put a book like this. It's pretty thick. It's a big book from Jordan Peterson. Or if you prefer, it could be a Harry Potter one. Which one you would prefer? What do you read? Let me know in the comments. So let's go with Harry Potter, the Cursed Child. Now, obviously, I wouldn't bring this on a trip. It's heavy, but just to show you in terms of space, how much more I can put in there. That's why I'm using a book. So let's go. Let's try to close that and hopefully easily. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a bit tight. But if you don't think you have more stuff than I have, this bag can fit a lot of stuff without the expansion. So 30-liter can be more than enough to go on a trip if you have as well a personal bag. So my impression with this bag, with this carry-on, is pretty nice design and fabrics. Honestly, it feels high quality. The zippers overall are pretty good. There was just one that I wasn't sure. Having side pockets is nice, but keep in mind that if you put stuff in there, it will take more space and it might not be allowed in the upper bin. You might have to take them out before. What I like the most about this bag is the fact that you can remove the wheels that quickly is something is nice, although I don't even know if I would do this. The handle, the wideness of the handle is nice, but at the same time, the problem with that is you're not going to be able to put most of your backpacks and secondary item on there because the handle is wider than usual, and most backpack they don't take this into consideration because most carry-on have a narrower one. The backpack is nice, but personally I don't think I would use this. I don't I won't go on any hike with this. So I don't see myself in any situation now. Maybe I would use it if I would have this luggage with me, but I don't think so. But it's nice to have, especially for people making videos and that want to have some luggage that can do a lot of different things. So would I use this luggage? Well, I would use it mainly for my freelance work when I'm doing video and photography, but I wouldn't use this for just going on a trip. And being a nomad, it's not something that is versatile enough for me. It's a bit too bulky and I can't fit as much as I would like in there. So for me, it's a no. Pros and cons. The pros, the wheel are removable quickly. They are sturdy. There's a wide handle, which is nice. It's for me, it's a pros and it's a con as well. But it's really feels sturdy and solid as well. It's nice to have side pockets, you know, temporary if you want to put a water bottle or you want to bring a tripod or something like this. It's so nice to have. And if you don't need them, they don't take that much space. Coming with a gear pouch, which is nice, a rain cover as well. This is really nice. A lot of different accessories, straps. So that's some big pros there. Uh, Cons for me, the expandable part that is outside of the backpack. because the reason I don't really like this one is it's not going to be as easy to put stuff depending on what you put in this 10-liter expansion. If you want to put a jacket and some clothing in there, it won't be as easy as if it would be opening like that. So you have to kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure about it. I would be curious what you think about this one. But one pro is having a quick access to some stuff here. And by the way, I haven't mentioned, but you can put a key there or hold something there that is not going to be easily falling from the bag. Another pro is the strap right here that you can fit maybe a yoga mat or something like this on your trip. I mean, if you are moving from one place to another and you have a yoga mat, you can put it there and you don't have to bring it under your arm or something. Yeah. Cons, expansion again, outside of the backpack and the way you fit the stuff in. It's a bit bulky and for real. And yes, the wheels, it was a pro, but it is also a con because removing these every single time and you have to put these somewhere anyway. I don't really like it much, although different scenarios could be interesting. All right, so here I am trying the PGYTECH Roller. There's some stuff in the backpack, in the bag right now. I wanted to see how well it would hold and how well also the handle is when using it. And honestly, this is one that feels very sturdy. The wheels feels amazing, and having 4 different wheels instead of 2 is kind of nice, but not necessarily on every different situations. Airport, yes, 4 wheels is amazing. Now I'm also trying it with 2 wheels, which is great as well, but it's not gonna be the best on different ground like the both. And right now I'm trying to sit on it. I don't know, maybe I never had any moment where I thought about sitting on my carry-on because I was so exhausted, but maybe someone could think about that. And there, the backpack mode again is a nice to have, but I can't see yet a situation in which I would use the backpack mode, especially when you already have a personal backpack with you. That would be meaning that you would have to put it in front of you. And I've been traveling with 2 backpacks in the past. It's not something I'm looking forward again anytime soon. Yeah, but so far, like I said in the video, PGYTECH, the comfort of these is amazing. They make really good product. It might be more expensive than other companies, but for what you get, it's a no-brainer for me. So I would recommend this carry-on for people who are hybrid between traveling and having photography or videography contract as well. And yeah, but if you're just going to use it for traveling or nomad without having much gear, I don't know. I think there's better options, and if you keep watching, you'll see that there's much better option for you. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and liking the video. And if you own this bag, let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like, or let me know in the comments if you would consider buying the PGYTECH Roller Pro. Now, if you're still wondering what carry-on you would like to buy for your nomad trip, keep watching because I have recorded over 20 different reviews of carry-on coming up in the next few weeks. Keep watching and I'll see you in the next one.